guys, my name is Heather and welcome to Strings and Threads. Today's going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of things, just kind of catching up with you guys because I haven't been on in a couple of days and some things have happened. I'm really excited. I haven't had much going on in my crafting room in a while. My husband is still trying to figure out how to do the shelving unit behind me, and he's still going to build that. We have the wood for it, and he had to buy some new tools, which I'm sure he was so sad about, to put it together the way that you put together shelving units. But he loves that kind of stuff, and so I'm so grateful for that. I had thought that we probably would have been done with that by now, but it's okay. It's totally fine. We'll take whatever time he needs. But he did, over the weekend, he bought me a shelf, which I'm really happy with, that I can put some of my yarn on. And then he's still going to build a shelf behind me. He said he's not going to make it as big as his original thought was going to be. And so I'll put my nicer yarns here on the wall behind me, and then all of my other stuff on the other one. But I wanted to show you guys the shelving unit because I'm really proud of it, and it helped clear up a little bit of space because I just had 3 tubs on the floor with my yarn in it. And this is a little bit nicer. I still have 1 tub that has some yarn in it, but for the most part, most of it's on the shelf. So I will turn this around and show it to you. All right, so this is the shelving unit that my husband got for me. And it is really nice for keeping the things out of the boxes and able to be seen better. And then I could put my Gary and some of my other things up there. If you're interested, I have patterns for those things on my Etsy page, which is in my description. And then I just have a little basket there that I keep the cotton yarn in. And I'm going to turn so don't get dizzy. This is the stuff that I'm putting together for my kits for Gen Con. This is all, except for the stuffing that just happened to get thrown on top. This is all the yarn that I'm going to need for my kits for Gen Con. So this isn't stuff that I would put on shelving units. I'm slowly measuring out what I need for each kit and then putting it in. And then this is what I had left over that didn't fit on the shelf, just in one bin. So that one bin in the corner is much better than cluttering the floor up with many bins and then my Gen Con stuff. But I am pretty happy with that. This week was also a really nice week for Happy Mail. A lot of you have said you're making squares for me to put together to make a blanket, and some of them have started coming in. So I wanted to show you. Deb had sent me some squares, so let me get that box out. She sent me a couple of goodies with it too, a really nice card and a couple of little treats. I love these stickers. I have to find just the right spot, but this is really pretty sticker. It is perfect because I love plants, and it's like balls of yarn on the plant. That's perfect. Easy care, right? And then this really adorable dragon with yarn. It is so perfect. A combination of everything that I love, dragons and yarn. Deb, those are so cute. I can't wait to find just the right spot to put them. And then she sent me 2 of these. I've never used these before. I know that they're really popular. I have to look up how you attach them. I guess you sew. You fold it and then sew into the holes. But I'm really excited to use these. They say made with heart, made with love. I had these from years ago, and I actually haven't used them in a while because I've been working more on patterns than handmade stuff. But I had this, an original by Heather Heisler. And then this one is a whole row of them. It says handmade by Heather, and then it says Strings and Threads. It actually says stringsandthreads.com, but I don't have a website, so I'm not sure I don't remember why it would say .com. Maybe that was a mistake. But anyway, it does say Strings and Threads on it too. Those she didn't send me these. I was just showing you those are what I've had, but I've never had these, and these are pretty cool. And then she sent me, and it's the same colorway as the first one she sent me, which is awesome. She sent me more of the Granny Square yarn and the same colorway. It's Black Carnation Code. And so, an update, I've been still working on my square pile. There's still a little bit, it's getting really skinny. Sorry, I'm leaning to get it. But there's still a little bit left in this one. So I don't know how many more it will do, but I have that, and then I have this. And I know Tina said she was also making some squares in this, so we should get some nice blankets out of that. And then she sent 2 more cakes. Oh, these are so pretty. In a really bright pink. This is great. I love having these kinds of cakes around. Oh, and this beautiful, this is a variegated purple. You know, it's really pretty. But I love these because when I'm doing amigurumi or small things, I don't need a lot of yarn, but sometimes you just want that right color, like that deep, that bright pink or the variegated purple, like maybe for the clothing you're going to put on the amigurumi, or like even dice bags, maybe just, or ditty bags. I want to change the way I say those bags. You know, you just need a little bit in just that perfect color. So these are great for that. I have a bunch of those just balled up, just little ones, either balled up or caked up, you know, just ready to go. I don't get rid of them because what if I just wanted a pink eye for my amigurumi, you know, a round pink eye or something like that. You don't need much yarn for that, so it's nice to have that around. And then she made, on top of all that, she made a whole stack of these really pretty granny squares that can be put into a blanket. And I love the different colors because I think it would be so interesting to put together a blanket that had all different squares too. I think since I have so many of this color, I'll probably do one that's all the same with this one. But I definitely want to make some that are a mixture of colors. This one's sparkly. Does that sparkle showing up? It's really gorgeous. I'm excited to put together these squares. There are 2 more yellows. Oh, this one is gorgeous. There is such a sparkle on this. Oh, it's not showing up the way it is in person. This is really sparkly. I love that yarn. That's awesome. I bet this would make cute pumpkins too, the sparkly orange. That variegated, that's really pretty. And another one the same way. So thank you so much, Deb, for all of these wonderful goodies. I really appreciate that. And I am excited to use these and to donate them to the Cancer Center. I want to start putting more blankets together before I make my first trip. I don't want to go with just one blanket, which is all I have so far because the other one I'm making is so slow. I should have never used that stitch, but I'm far enough along that I need to finish it. It's too much to pull out. And then Linda was so generous too. She sent me a package. Sorry, I wanted to put that to the side. She is awesome at Tunisian crochet. Oh my goodness. She sent me a square and she said that I can make another square or something to add on to it, but I measured it and it's like 34 by 34. So if I put a border on this square, I think it's going to be big enough for a lapgan. I think it would be too big if I added too many more squares to this. And this is a Tunisian stitch. It is gorgeous. I will show it. When she said she was sending a square, I wasn't expecting it to be this big. This is basically a finished lapgan. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong side, honestly. I'm sorry. I think both sides look gorgeous, so it's hard for me to tell. I'll show you this close up and then I'll flip it over and show it to you. But this is really, really pretty. And you can see, I know you can't see my whole body, but you can see how wide it stretches. And it stretches definitely down far enough that it could be keeping your lap warm while you're doing chemo treatments. And then she was generous enough to send me a whole skein of that same yarn that she used to make that blanket, probably to make more squares with. But like I said, I think I'm just going to put a border on that, and then I'll have 2 blankets done. But this is a really pretty color. I'll take it out. This is called, and I've never used this before, it's called Jiffy Bonus Bundle. It's Lion brand, and it is coastal. That makes sense. I could see that. Here says Jiffy. So this is a lot. This is 681 yards. So this is big. And then inside, I missed it when I first opened the package. I sent Linda a thank you note, and I didn't include this in the thank you note, but she had this in the yarn, and I didn't realize it until I pulled it out earlier. But she sent me these really, really nice Tunisian crochet needles. And I'm so excited because I think this month is Try Tunisian for Things We're Making Thursday. And I think I'm going to use these instead of these long ones that I have. I only have these 2 because I had never done Tunisian before. And this, I had it in with my knitting stuff, and I just thought it had to do with knitting. I didn't realize until I started learning about Tunisian that these were Tunisian crochet hooks. I just thought you picked up missed stitches with these in knitting. But these will be great, and I could do a bigger project with these because there's more room to put the stitches. So thank you for that, Linda. I missed that. She sent me a really nice note as well, and she sent me this Tunisian crochet stitch guide. So this can really help me get going on my way to Tunisian. This is it's a pretty big book. There's a lot in here. And I can't wait to dive into it and see what else I can try. And because she knows I like to garden, she sent me this seed kit. So when we get a little bit warmer, we've still been really cold. We've still been in the 30s and 40s over the past few weeks. And I just cannot, usually by now you can start planting the early spring things, but I just haven't been able to. It's just been way too cold. I couldn't imagine that anything would come up yet. So once we start getting a little bit warmer, I hope soon, fingers crossed, usually, like I said, usually by now you can plant the early stuff. And a perfect little nail file so that when I'm working and my nail breaks, perfect. And she sent me 3 of the sugar and cream. Sorry, I didn't lift it high enough for you to see. White cotton yarn. So I was definitely spoiled this week by my 2 friends. Thank you. Please know that I don't expect anybody to send me things. If you were interested in sending me some squares, I would use them for donation. So if you wanted to do that, get in touch with me and I'll let you know where to send that. But I really don't expect anybody to send me gifts. This is way above and beyond, but I do appreciate it. I do thank you so much for thinking of me and for doing this for me so that I can keep going with what I'm doing and do it faster, especially the squares, because I'm going to donate these blankets either way, but it's nice to go in with a big stack rather than 1 or 2. So I really appreciate the help with that. So again, if you're interested in helping with squares, just let me know. I'm making them 6 inches by 6 inches. And the reason why I chose that is because that's what these work up to, is 6 inches by 6 inches. So I figured if I was going to mix and match, it would probably look nicer if they were all about the same size. And then I'll just sew them together, and they can be any color. I've been sticking mostly to acrylic yarn. I suppose if we threw in something that was chunky, as long as it measured 6 by 6, it would work too. But no thread yarn. I think that wouldn't make a very good blanket. But, other than that, I don't really have any kind of thoughts on what else, because I think mixing the colors would be a lot of fun. So I think I've covered everything. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.